I want to introduce Falguni Shah. She's the Director of Customer Connections and Key Account Services at Toronto Hydro. And she's really going to talk to us around Agile product planning, how we adapt product strategies to meet evolving customer needs and technological advancements while maintaining operational efficiency. Welcome to the stage, Falguni Shah.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my real honor to be here among all the people who have a common goal, common interest of customer experience and enhancing the operational efficiency by using innovative technology and looking the customers' evolving needs in mind. And I know my present is just before the lunch, so I promise I will be mindful of the time. I know many of you are already hungry probably, right? So let's start with the overview. Today I'm going to talk about the Toronto Hydro's journey of developing the customer connection portal and many other integral technologies that we are working on considering the customer's need as well as to enhance our customer experience for delivering the electricity to our customers. And before I dive into the actual presentation, let me spend a few minutes to introducing about Toronto Hydro to you. Toronto Hydro, established in 1911, and it is amalgamation of 6 utility companies. So before it used to be like Scarborough Hydro, North York Hydro, Etobicoke Hydro, City of Toronto has their own hydro company. So those were all amalgamated into one company, which is Toronto Hydro in 1998. And Toronto Hydro owns and operate electricity. One second. Owns and operates 7.1 billion of capital assets. So we have a lot of our asset, which is transformers, poles and wires, switches. So those are worth of 7.1 billion. And Toronto Hydro distribute almost 18% of the electricity consumed in Ontario. About the asset, and a little bit further on the overview, Toronto Hydro has a 2 24/7 control centers, and about 15,000 kilometers of overhead wires, 14,000 kilometers of underground wires, and 136 in-service municipal substations, which is quite a bit asset that Toronto Hydro maintains, and over 60,000 transformers, 185,000 poles, over 1,400 employees, and 796,000 customers within the City of Toronto. And out of those, 712 residential customers, 83,000 general service customer, which includes industrial as well as commercial, and then 53 large users. So before we start talking about the Toronto Hydro's technology and how we are using those to build and enhance our customer experience, I would like to give a little bit overview of the electricity system of the energy sector. And as you can see in the diagram here, the generation, transmission, distribution, and then electricity comes to your house. So usually on OPG, Ontario Power Generation, and Bruce Power, and many other generating stations, they generate electricity. Then we transmit through the Hydro One, who is the transmitter, and then Toronto Hydro purchase electricity from Hydro One and eventually distribute to the house owner or the residential, industrial, and various customers within the City of Toronto. Electricity generation, I would like to mention here that Ontario's electricity generated by OPG is almost 80% of the Ontario's electricity generated just by the Ontario Power Generation. And Hydro One owns about 30,000 kilometers of transmission line, and they distribute to the various distribution system companies such as Toronto Hydro. Now moving into the Toronto Hydro's journey, I would like to start with first very important project that company is working on, and it has many phases to it. It's called Customer Connection Portal. To enhance current customer connection service request responses, we are implementing this new management system. And the technology we have selected is Microsoft Dynamics 365. The system I will refer as a CCP, which is to streamline the end-to-end connection process for all service requests which Toronto Hydro receives from the customer. And I'll talk about what kind of service request we are receiving and how this technology is helping. And this is a part of our Agile product planning to meet the evolving customers' need as well. So basically, this will reduce call wait time when customers calls in for service request, simplified online forms, it will accelerate the service request completion time, and then provide customer with ability to log in and check their status of their connections. I will show you the solution landscape that Toronto Hydro has planned. In this landscape, you will see the customers who can log into Toronto Hydro website and then select whatever the service request they wanted to make. And all those service requests, the online applications, they will go directly into interface with the Microsoft Dynamics. This is the platform. So all the customer service requests goes into that platform, as well as you can see, the staff can access that system as well. And we have a usually full access or limited access, those kind of access for various staffs. The main intent is here that we want all the intake goes into the central database, which is the foundation, the Microsoft 365. And basically, the next step is we are using CCNB as a billing system, and then SAP is our estimating tool, which has we use for job quotation preparedness and whatnot. So eventually in the further phases, we wanted to integrate those into the Microsoft Dynamics. The reason I will show you what we wanted to achieve by integration all, because initially I already mentioned that we wanted to create the end-to-end customer journey smooth and then create and enhance the customer experience. So that's the reason we wanted to integrate all those respective systems. And once again, as I said, with this CCP, these are the snapshot we taken from the CCP system, the Microsoft Dynamics itself. So it will provide basically modernized customer experience to submit and track their service request, centralized intake system, so all service requests and even connections related, all general inquiries goes into the centralized department, which some are automatically triaged to the individual department, the respected department, and then some our intake team will review and then send it to the respected department, basically triage. More we are looking for the automated, fully automation here as well, which is on the go right now. The internal database through new CRM foundation will help us to track, manage, analyze all those requests. So with this centralized database, if someone asks that, okay, how many electrical vehicle charging requests you have received, or how many heat pump related requests you have received, and then we are able to analyze those, and then we can prepare our standards and our asset accordingly for the customer's needs. So this is more like proactive planning from our standards and asset perspective as well, for making our investment decision as well. So this tool is very helpful for the Toronto Hydro. The integration also, we want, as I said, from CCNB, the billing system, and that will be helpful for the customer. Once we have a capability that customer log in with their user unique ID, they will get, if they have signed up, they will get notification that a payment is made or your application is at construction phase. Now we are ready for the energization. So those are further stages that Toronto Hydro is looking to achieve. As I mentioned earlier, when I said the service request. So here various type of service requests that customer usually make. You can say the service connections related, volt access, pole attachment, and various permits, street lighting, all kind of service requests we received at the Toronto Hydro. Within this service connection, there are so many various types of requests. You can see it's a new service connection, upgrade, temporary connection, sometimes industrial customer or commercial or even residential, they are doing some work, they need isolation. So they can request for the isolation. So these are all various types of requests. What we have done so far as a part of CCP is we enable the smart forms. The smart form, and before you begin, when you click on the application, it will say before you begin, and then whatever the documentation required, it give you the list so that customer is prepared with all those information before they start putting their online application. This one has a more detailed information which Toronto Hydro need for your application to move it to the next stage. It has capability to attach your load calculation or site layout and all those information as well. So with this, we have reduced lots of back and forth and email correspondence with our customers. So that way, this is very helpful tool, and we already have started using it. So this phase is already complete, but on the overall with multi-phase product process, what we need is our main goal is to have a self-serve system, the self-service request management portal. So customer can schedule, change, track, and document management. So all information we wanted to provide without a customer calling into Toronto Hydro, and then they can log in to the system and then they can all this information. More transparency, real-time updates into the status of service request and status change email notification. That's also part of it. We wanted to smoothen the escalation management process, which is we wanted to have online as well. So right now Toronto Hydro customers need to call in or make a email request. Now here it will be an online tool. It will enhance more user-friendly workflow as well. So we wanted to put all the workflow so that customer can know. Right now the workflows are available on the website, but by logging into CCP, they can see their workflows as well, that how and where their application will go and what are the process involved. So these are some information that we would like to achieve looking forward by using CCP. The another important as a part of Agile product planning, the SAP, the Toronto Hydro system that powers the key processes in human capital management, asset management, finance, and source to pay. Those are all we use the SAP system. It's basically it connects, as I showed here, the layout. It connects cloud system with Toronto Hydro's on-prem ERP through the secured standard integration, and we use SAP Work Manager and sending result back to the ERP. As you can see here in the cloud, the SAP Ariba, we are using to sourcing the contractors. The SAP warehouse is used to manage inventory across the city to ensure resources are readily available to supply work. And SAP BW is the data warehouse that consumes data from ERP and provides a range of operational and analytical reporting that are key to the business insight and for the decision making as well. As you can see here, the SAP Concur is used by the internal employee, and the SAP Success Factor is used by our internal human resource, or you can say our talent management system talent management team. So that's how we are working and utilizing SAP. And now Toronto Hydro is in a process of upgrading to the S4HANA. So this CCP and SAP we talked about, which is customer experience, but then we have a further strategy because Toronto Hydro deliver electricity, which involves reliability, sustainability, outage, whatnot, and customer needs those kind of information on real-time basis as well. So that's why Toronto Hydro has a full strategy on the corporate strategy on the customer experience. And you can see here the purpose, scope, and benefits of the customer experience. So I think in last decade, customer experience has, we all know that it's really shifted. Customer wants more information and they want to be more engaged as well. So as a part of this, Toronto Hydro has modernizing and transforming the whole customer experience system, which includes outage, communication, as well as many other, which I will show you. Basically, we are using the omni-channel offerings with intelligent automation and enhance customized services for our customers. And the main benefit we want is the customer adoption for new offering with steady improvement in self-service adoption rate, improvement in Toronto Hydro brand reputation, and we want a real-time customer feedback model as well. We wanted to listen to customer and then improve the technology and our services for the customers. Increase efficiency to serve and connect new customers. So those are the objectives, scope, and benefits of our customer experience program. So with this omni-channel offering, what we have at present is Toronto Hydro is on social media. If customers have signed up, then they get SMS notification of their outage. They have a live chatbot on our website. As I mentioned earlier, we have a 24/7 contact center as well as the call center for the customers' billing inquiries, move in, move out, all those information related. If they have signed up, they get email notification as well as the SMS notification. Web self-service portal is also exist for the customers as well as mobile app. So customers can download Toronto Hydro mobile app. They can see where the construction is happening, which area we have outage. They can log into their bill. They can see their consumption. So, and then IVR technology. So these are mainly the omni-channel offering for the Toronto Hydro customers. What we are doing as a part of customer experience transaction phase, so which is a customer self-service portal used internally as well as for the external customers as well. So here, web chat mobile app on iOS and Android, both are available. Previously, the Toronto Hydro customers, they need to call only, and that's the only means for them. But with this omni-channel and experience, we have more ways that customer can connect us. The web portal, as I mentioned, commercial, industrial, residential customer can log in, the mobile app, live web chat, as well as interactive outage map, which is always a live 24/7. So if you have outage, you don't need to call. If you log in or use your mobile app, you will see where there is an outage. The mobile app also shows outage status, report on outages, and as I said, you can view your bill, sign up for notification if you need your bill is ready or your consumption is high. There is a green button app is available as well for more electrification and for more sustainability perspective. As I mentioned, live web chat is already available too. The another one from the outage phases, because being an electrical utility, customers always wanted to know if there are any outages or updates on the outages. The outage map and street light maps are available on our website. So customer can log in or through their mobile app, they can get information on it. We have a damage assessment tool developed as well. This has been developed after few storm Toronto Hydro has observed, and this is a very useful application so that our operations team, they have a good coordination with our field crew. And this damage assessment tool is very helpful. If our crew is in the field, they can log into their computer and then they can show that where and how much damage it is and what kind of work required, so that our operations team can dispatch the crew with the subject matter expert in that particular area. So this is a very revolutionary tool for faster outage restoration. The storm prediction tool. So we are using little bit of AI, predict the scale of outage in different area of the city using the historical outage data, weather information, forecast data, and they use machine learning, the AI tool, machine learning, to predict the outage. This improves situation awareness for the grid emergency team and for our storm restoration team. SMS notification, again, as I mentioned earlier, customer can subscribe to receive timely SMS updates for their outage status. So if there is outage, they get notification, they get estimated time of restoration on their mobile app or SMS, and they get the various stages of the outage update as well. And then the last one, I know we are close to the time. I would like to say the organizational wide deployment for the customer experience perspective. The one very important one I like to mention here is AMI 2.0. The automated metering infrastructure. We all know that Ontario is a leader in AMI system in North America. So those were deployed in 2008, 2010. Now those are out of their life. So Toronto Hydro has a 5 to 6 year plan already started implementing the call AMI 2.0. The basically adopting 2.0 technology not only ensure compliance requirement associated with customer, but customer can the 2.0 will have a less gap, so the metering system will give information back to Toronto Hydro Control Center about if customer is out. Even one customer is out, we will be able to know with this 2.0 technology. They have a many function, more intelligence built to it, and then more automation, which Toronto Hydro wanted to utilize for the reliability improvement and asset investment and more sustainability perspective. We have a workforce management tool, which is called OFSC, and we are using now the electronic construction folders as well instead of paper-based copy, so savings our trees and more automation, auto dispatching, and Toronto Hydro has a Fleaser system, which is fault location and automated isolation service restoration. So that's a very important technology from reliability perspective as well. So this is the Toronto Hydro's Agile product planning, and I'm concluding my presentation. Happy for the questions.
Got lazy there with my mic. Thank you, Falguni. Nice to
Thank you, my pleasure.
to kind of hear everything that you're doing. I think the name of the game here is it's a system and it's a network of things. It's not just one thing. We're thinking about today and we're thinking about long term. Any questions for Falguni before she leaves? Mic is on its way.
Thank you very much for that. I'm interested that, for me, experience is about how well you're meeting your customers' needs.
Yes.
You talked a lot about the internal needs of Toronto Hydro. I'm just intrigued at what customer insights you had that actually drove these changes.
Yes, yeah. So I think when I say Toronto Hydro's need, Toronto Hydro is for customers. So any steps we take, we keep customers in mind. Toronto Hydro does surveys, customer surveys. Various departments do customer survey, and we ask various questions on a yearly basis as well. So based on this, our analytic group from our regulatory team, they analyze, and then based on that, we decide that, okay, which systems or what are the customers need and what systems we need. We have a lot of technologies that on a quarterly basis get reviewed with larger senior management team as well, and always customers are in the focus. So when I say Toronto Hydro is basically for the customers, and we get open portal as well, lot of information, plus anytime there is an escalation comes from customer, there is an analysis, we do the analysis based on the lesson learned, or how do we do to avoid future escalations, and based on that, Toronto Hydro build the technology or the product planning and score the priorities based on the need as well. So far outage management and customer connection portal always on the top based on the customer's requirement. I hope this helps.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks everyone.